Hey, what up, boys? Theos is here. It's been almost a week since we've gotten a new Valve Disciple raid, and after experimenting for a bit, we now know what the best trait options are for each new raid weapon. So in this video, we're going to discuss the best god rolls for PvE, a few for PvP, how to craft these weapons, and which encounters you can get them from. So without further ado, let's just jump into it, boys. Okay, real quick. So each of the new 6 raid weapons intrinsically come with the origin trait Soul Drinker, where you gain health based on the number of hits before reloading, which is important to keep in mind because this trait isn't equally as good on all of them, but one weapon that it will shine on is a Submission Kinetic SMG. This is primarily because the Submission is in the lightweight frame archetype and fires at 900 rounds per minute. Its base size magazine also sits at 38, so with this in your hands, you'll be putting lots of lead on targets very quickly and get a fair portion of your health back on a reload. But there is more that can be done to bring out the Submission's full potential, and this starts with crafting or getting a roll to drop with Corkscrew Rifling for +5 to stability, range, and handling, Chamber Compensator for +10 to stability and recoil but -5 to handling, or Arrowhead Break for +30 to recoil and 9 to handling in the first row. In the second row, you should go for either Accurized Rounds for +9 to range, or my personal favorite, Tactical Mag, which adds +1 to your magazine, 9 to reload, and 5 to stability. Now it's time for the big boy traits. In the third, you just gotta go with Overflow, where picking up special or heavy ammo loads this weapon's magazine beyond normal capacity, or greatly beyond with the enhanced trait. Subsistence or its enhanced version could also be good here as well. In the final row, I'd only recommend Frenzy, where being in combat for an extended time increases damage and reload speed. Frenzy in particular feels very good on this because with its fast rate of fire, it just chews through miners with that bonus damage and super snappy reload speed. So to sum it up, ideally, you'll get the most out of Soul Drinker with Corkscrew Rifling, Accurized Rounds, Enhanced Overflow, and Frenzy. And don't worry, I've got a super spicy PvP roll for you guys as well. Corkscrew Rifling for +5 to stability, range, and handling, Accurized Rounds for +9 to range, Enhanced Sleight of Hand, where final blows with other weapons or abilities while this one is stowed increases its handling, stability, and reload speed for an improved duration. Couple that with Enhanced Harmony, where final blows with other weapons improve this one's damage for an improved duration. Basically, if you want a pre-nerf recluse, well, there you go. Now, let's talk about the Deliverance Fusion Rifle. The Deliverance is simply a must-get, and this is because it is the first kinetic fusion rifle in the history of Destiny. So now you can further diversify your kinetic arsenal with more mid to short range weaponry than before. This thing can also get some pretty dope traits that make getting your hands on one even more of a big deal. This weapon is in the precision frame archetype and has a charge time of 740. In the first row, you'll want Arrowhead Break for +30 to recoil and 9 to handling, or Corkscrew Rifling for +4 to stability, range, and handling. In the second row, you'll want Accelerated Coils for faster charge time but -5 to impact, Enhanced Battery for +1 to magazine size, or Liquid Coils for +5 to impact. In the third, you'll solely want to go with Demolitionist, where kills with this weapon generate grenade energy, and using your grenade refills your magazine. Enhanced Demolitionist gives even more grenade regen. Now, there are a number of options you can go with in the fourth row, like Adrenaline Junkie, where final blows of grenades or this weapon increases its damage and handling. Or you can go with Surrounded, or being in close proximity to 3 or more enemies grant increased damage. But overall, I'd recommend Chill Clip, which is a new trait from this season. With Chill Clip, direct hits with the top half of your magazine cause a stasis detonation that slows nearby targets. But let's keep it real, Demo and Chill Clip is just such a unique and interesting role, and better yet, it has great synergy when used with the stasis subclass Shade Binder on the Warlock. For PvP, you'll want Arrowhead Break for plus 30 to recoil and 9 to handling, Accelerated Coils for faster charge time, Perpetual Motion for bonus stability, handling, and reload speed for the wielder in motion, and Successful Warm-Up, where each final blow reduces your charge time. Anyway, how do you guys feel about the Deliverance? Let me know in the comments below, I'm curious. Okay, next up, the Salvager Salvo. Wait, what? Okay, I meant the Salvagers 2.0. Alright, I'm just kidding with y'all, man. But nah, truly this time, I introduced the Forbearance Waveframe Grenade Launcher. So far, we've reviewed 2 pretty unique weapons, but the Forbearance might just top them both, let alone all 6 raid weapons, let alone any and all waveframes period, and I'm going to explain why. As previously stated, the Forbearance is in the waveframe archetype and fires at 72 rounds per minute. In the first row, you'll want Volatile Launch to greatly increase your blast radius, and High Velocity rounds in the second for plus 9 to projectile speed and reload. Alright, now time for Salvos 2.0. Okay, I'm really done this time. I'm serious, I swear. But all jokes aside, there is some legitimacy to the Salvager Salvo jokes, and that's because this weapon can get chain reaction, where each final blow of this weapon creates an elemental damage explosion. Now, earlier I stated that this might be the best GL in the game for ad clear, and if you think about it, chain reaction is already a monster ad clear perk on most weapon types, but it's just so much easier to proc and use on a waveframe GL. With a lightweight frame like the Salvager Salvo, you can miss multiple shots if you don't get a direct or area of effect hit, but with waveframes, all you gotta do is aim at the ground of the area of your targets, and you're mostly guaranteed to rack up multiple kills. It's just that easy. So for me, the Forbearance with chain reaction is the best GL in the game. But we're not quite finished yet. In the third row, you can also get Ambitious Assassin, where multiple kills overflow your magazine. So not only is chain reaction literally just destroying everything, but with Ambitious, you're just ripping multiple nades off basically back to back during an engagement. Please do yourself a favor and farm this now. You won't regret it. This was just part 1 of a 2-part series, so that's it for this one, guys. But make sure to tune in after a few days to catch the second entry, and to do that is all too simple. Just subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified about future content. Of course, I'd like it if you left a like and comment as well. Anyway, have a good one. I'll catch you guys later.